From authentic Jamaican cuisine to German bread dumplings. Join us for a trip around the world without ever leaving Arizona.
That's a family feast if I've ever seen one.
From the down-home cooking of the Wild West to the exquisite flavors of Japan.
This isn't just eating dinner, this is dinner and a show.
We're taking your taste buds on a road trip. It'll be a flavorful vacation worthy of a toast.
It doesn't get any better than this, guys.
Hi everyone, I'm Robin Sewell. Grab your passport because on this Arizona highways, we're going international in search of Arizona's cultural diversity. And it's never more apparent than in food. We have got a melting pot of flavors and I can't wait to taste test them all.
First stop, Japan. Near the Melrose district of 7th Avenue, Missouri in Phoenix, food at Hana Japanese Eatery is a family affair.
My brother, my mother, and my stepfather have been in the culinary world for years and years and years.
And on the menu, expect a culinary adventure, elegant cuisine, and fresh fish in the desert.
We have octopus, we have surf clam from Boston, we have bluefin tuna from Japan, we get what's called walu, which is a deep sea white tuna from Hawaii, and we get spot prawns from Canada.
Owner Lori Hashimoto spent 15 years in corporate America, but gave it up to work with her parents, who are teaching chefs, and brother Rick, a sushi chef of 29 years.
Now, did you know you always wanted to be a chef?
It was either become a chef or become a farmer. And I think the chef is a little bit easier to do.
Bringing their heritage and the authentic flavors of Japan to the Valley has been their lifelong dream.
It's been a lot of fun because what it's brought is multiple generations of our family together, doing different cooking styles and allowing us to open each other up to different creativity. I wanted the community and Phoenix to be able to see the type of food that we could create for them.
Creativity in cooking is one of the most important traditions in the Japanese culture.
This isn't just eating dinner, this is dinner and a show.
Something I've always wanted to learn.
So even though my daughter in her school journal said that I was a bad cook, I have to tell you that I have made tamales on the Arizona highways. I've done fudge, I did a panzanella salad, but you know what? Today I'm gonna do my most favorite thing. I'm gonna prepare sushi. I'm not gonna cook sushi, I'm gonna prepare sushi with my new friend Rick.
The preparation and presentation of food is considered a form of art and expression.
And then once again, with a flip, you're gonna go ahead and crimp it out.
Because I am an expert squeezer.
Perfect. And that's perfect.
Okay.
Okay. And look what she made.
Look how good that looks.
Look at
That looks nice. I would eat that.
As I hand deliver our caterpillar roll, we also find out the tradition behind the boat platters, an idea that Lori and Rick borrowed from a childhood memory.
The boats would come out with an assortment of all kinds of food on it, with little fire, with flame on it. So when we were little, we thought it was the coolest thing, and we decided that if we ever opened up a restaurant, that's what we would do.
At Hana, their intricate designs are almost too pretty to eat.
It's tremendous. It's beautiful.
Today, Hana has been serving up sexy sushi to a packed house for 6 years. In fact, Lori says 90% of her customers are regulars.
We come like at least once a week. It feels like home. It's a community, and they welcome you when you come in. The waitresses know you, and you know it's a very fun place to be. And it's great to support somebody that does such amazing work.
Not only is it work they enjoy, it's work Lori believes here in the Valley is long overdue.
What's been really nice is in the last decade, I feel that a lot of small, family-run Japanese restaurants have sprung up. We're maybe one of 6 in the Valley, in the metropolitan Phoenix area, that are really bringing back some of the traditional food with traditional techniques as far as cooking is concerned.
And with good food and friends, you'll definitely have a Hana of a time, which in Japanese means beautiful. Over the last 10 years, I've tasted it, sipped it, basically tried it all. But coming up next, tempt your taste buds Jamaican style. This is one flavor you would never expect in the desert.
It's very juicy, very tender, complemented so well with the bold flavors. It's delicious, very delicious.
Then head on south with us to Mexico by way of Safford.
I'm ready to go.
And so are we, to taste San Simone green chili, the essence of the Southwest.
Subscribe to Arizona Highways magazine. One full year, 12 issues, is just $18. That's $6 less than the regular price. Visit ArizonaHighways.com, click on subscribe, and use promo code SPECIAL.
For more Arizona Highways adventures, hidden Arizona treasures, and fun behind-the-scenes stories, follow AZ Highways TV on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Our next stop, Jamaica. A quick jaunt on the light rail takes us to the flavors of the island in the heart of the Phoenix Art District, just 3 blocks south of Roosevelt on Pierce Street. Welcome to the breadfruit.
People are coming out, they're liking what we're doing. It's a different concept, unlike anything that's ever been done anywhere in the Valley before, and the response from the community has been wonderful.
So wonderful, in fact, the breadfruit is celebrating a milestone. 5 years serving the Valley fresh cuisine inspired by a healthy Jamaican diet.
We really embrace the Rastafarian aspect of Jamaican culture, which emphasizes eating fresh fruits, fresh vegetables, and eating foods that are as close to their natural state as possible. We really focus on making sure that it is nurturing to the body, because what's the point of eating if it's not nurturing to the body?
The sweetness of the plantain, the texture of the avocado, wrapped in the crispness of the spring roll wrap with this delicious mango chutney. It's a little bit tart, it's a little bit sweet. So there's such a play on flavor and texture while keeping it very simple.
One simple pleasure? Dining in a tropical and casual setting reminiscent of an island paradise. Diners can expect a warm and inviting atmosphere full of vibrant color and bold food.
We really spent quite a bit of time trying to make sure that we eliminate any kind of obstacles. And when I say obstacles, I mean considering cultural differences. We wanted to make sure that the breadfruit provides an experience that's very friendly and easily accepted.
Our intent was when you walk into the breadfruit, it should be just like stepping into our own kitchen, our own dining room. So we look at this as being our home. When you walk into the breadfruit, you'll get a wholehearted greeting. And we really mean it, genuinely welcome. Please come on in and have a seat.
Hey, that sounds good to us. And with their brand new rum bar with more than 140 varieties of rum cocktails, it makes a trip to paradise that much sweeter.
Arizona Highways Television is brought to you by Arizona Public Service and the Arizona Office of Tourism.
When it comes to saving on your electric bill, you have options. Find the plan and ways to save that fit your lifestyle. Steven saves by running the pool pump before 3 p.m. Sarah saves with tips from our free online energy analyzer tool. The Morales family saves by running the dishwasher after 8 p.m. on weekdays. Don't wait. Find the plan and ways to save that work for you. Explore all your options at aps.com/save.
Subscribe to Arizona Highways magazine. One full year, 12 issues, is just $18. That's $6 less than the regular price. Visit ArizonaHighways.com, click on subscribe, and use promo code SPECIAL.
For more Arizona Highways adventures, hidden Arizona treasures, and fun behind-the-scenes stories, follow AZ Highways TV on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
My name is Derek Widmark. I'm the owner of Diablo Burger in Flagstaff, Arizona. We are a local foods-based burger joint. We serve grass-fed, grass-finished beef from right here in northern Arizona, and we attempt to provide a tasty place to connect people to this incredible landscape. At Diablo Burger, our motto is all about local We decided to serve our burgers at Diablo Burger on English muffins. The idea is that it makes it more about the beef. A lot of times you go get a burger, big Kaiser roll, whatever. The bread is what fills you. Here, it's on an English muffin, which we think is the perfect delivery vehicle for the burger. Sauerkraut, which we make here ourselves. Spicy honey mustard that's made by a local guy here in town. Bread is from MJ's Bakery in Phoenix. Pickle is from Phoenix. The tomato and greens are from McLennan Select, which is a farm based in Peoria. We're trying to take an ordinary thing, but an all-American thing, the hamburger, and make it extraordinary.
Our passport to international flavors takes us to Mexico. So, naturally, we head south to Tucson for some of the finest Mexican cuisine. We start at El Charro Cafe.
I always say El Charro belongs to Tucson more than it belongs to our family. The door is open and it's on its own.
Opened in 1922, El Charro is the nation's oldest Mexican restaurant, continuously run by the same family. So when it comes to traditional Mexican cooking and culture, owner and chef Carlotta Flores would know.
Some of you may know this meat is also as machaca. The difference between carne seca and machaca is usually done in the oven, where carne seca is actually done outside in a wire cage.
From creating meals with hundreds of pounds of meat per day to freshly made salads, Chef Carlotta says that every dish is handcrafted with heritage in mind.
We make 4 ounces tamales and 8 ounces tamales for the bigger appetizers.
Especially while preparing the ancient tamale, which is done in their very own tamale factory.
Tamales have a history to them that link heritages and family dynamics. Each one is a little bit different, each one has its own little taste, and it has a culture to it that's known to, my mom makes the best. And there is absolutely no doubt that it's an art that's passed on within families. And if I go to your house, you give me some of yours. And if you come to my house, I give you some of mine. And then we all sit around the table and say, whose was best? And some have jalapenos, and some have olives, some have raisins, some have potatoes. The bottom line, at the end of the day, my mom makes them best.
I'm gonna put the meat in it. And these, you can put meat, you can put green chili, you can put beans, and you whatever you want.
Our next flavorful find takes us towards New Mexico to Safford, Arizona for San Simone green chili, which is used in a number of Southwestern fare.
I eat chili for everything. They told me that's why I'm healthy.
Today, Chef Carmen Escobedo of La Paloma Restaurant dices and slices this hot pepper to make meat empanadas, a staple in Latin American cuisine dating back to the 1500s.
I'm ready to go.
And so are we, as we sit down for an Arizona Highway-style taste test. And it was delicioso.
Arizona Highway. Arizona Highway.
The more we talk about diverse foods, the more we realize we gotta take a walk down memory lane. Join us for cowboy steaks and kettle-cooked Hungry Man meals. That's coming up next. And then travel with us to the Hopi Nation, where we learn the art of making savory tiki bread.
And here we have the tiki bread.
Subscribe to Arizona Highways Magazine. 1 full year, 12 issues, is just $18. That's $6 less than the regular price. Visit ArizonaHighways.com, click on subscribe, and use promo code SPECIAL.
For more Arizona Highways adventures, hidden Arizona treasures, and fun behind-the-scenes stories, follow AZ Highways TV on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
I think one of the best things about our state is our food. We have got everything from exotic sushi to a true Western meal. Arizona is bursting with flavors and you can find them everywhere. But if tonight you've got a craving for kettle smoked brisket and s'mores for dessert, then head on over with us to the Hole in the Wall restaurant.
That's a family feast if I've ever seen one.
At the Point Hilton Squaw Peak, the authentic flavors of the Wild West live on.
It started out as kind of a watering hole / lodge for ranchers, miners, and just basically anybody looking for somewhere to rest and just hang out and have a drink.
The Hole in the Wall restaurant, an original dude ranch from the 40s, preserves Arizona's true Western identity by way of food.
People come to Arizona because they want that Wild West feel. They want to go back to the days when John Wayne was filming, you know, and when the Indians and the cowboys were roaming the plains. That's what Arizona is known for.
And after all these years, no matter if visitors are local or coming from far-off lands, this desert escape will not only take them, but their taste buds back in time.
We actually serve a family-style feast where the food comes out on platters, large sides of mashed potatoes, large sides of green beans, where people can actually pass the plate around the table just like they would if they were at home.
And in keeping with that rustic cowboy theme, Chef Ken Arneson says most of the cooking is done in an outdoor kettle cooker, an original artifact of the property. It also makes some bold, rich flavors.
We actually pack that thing with brisket that we smoke in there for 14 to 16 hours. After that, the ribs go right into there. We overwork that thing. When you smoke food in this method, in this kind of old school method, it has such a richer feel to it. We get that richness from the mesquite, the hickory, and all those combinations. And we want to stay true to that true barbecue feel. Especially here in Arizona, we're known for barbecue.
The Hole in the Wall is also known for its ribs, using the exact same dry rub recipe handed down some 70 years. It's also got a reputation for its s'mores dessert and its cornbread appetizers.
We've added cheddar and jalapenos and fresh chilies. It starts from scratch, all the way from fresh milled cornmeal, fresh eggs, butter. Nothing low fat about this at all, but it is so good.
With its historic charm, old Western ambience, and mouth-watering smokehouse fare, the Hole in the Wall really is worthy of a toast.
Doesn't get any better than this, guys. I hear you.
Subscribe to Arizona Highways Magazine. One full year, 12 issues, is just $18. That's $6 less than the regular price. Visit ArizonaHighways.com, click on subscribe, and use promo code SPECIAL.
For more Arizona Highways adventures, hidden Arizona treasures, and fun behind-the-scenes stories, follow AZ Highways TV on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. We can't do a show about Arizona's diverse food culture without honoring our Native Americans. So join me in a lesson on making piki. It's a traditional staple of the Hopi people, and believe me, this bread truly melts in your mouth. So our next stop takes us to the Hopi lands, near the Hopi's Mesa in northeastern Arizona. We had the privilege of meeting these peaceful and humble farmers who invited us into their homes.
What I'm doing now is laying down the blue corn batter on the stone. It's put on very thin. It's a really thin bread.
Our new friend Iva has mastered this authentic recipe in her own piki house. It's a tradition of the Hopi people passed down from generations of mothers to daughters as a celebratory dish.
And this piki bread is used in all the Hopi ceremonies, from baby namings, weddings, dances, just all the Hopi ceremonies. This is one of the most important breads for Hopi for their ceremonies.
The featherweight bread actually takes days to make. First, Iva grounds cornmeal down to a fine powder. She then adds culinary ash, giving it that warm blue color.
It's a long process. We take 3 to 4 hours sitting here in the piki house making piki for our ceremonies. It takes patience. And it's an art too, because you have to learn how to adjust your fire to get the stone heated just right.
The thin hand-smeared batter literally bakes in seconds. When it's peeled away, it rolls up much like a tortilla.
Piki bread is like very thin. It's almost like corn chips. It tastes like corn chips, but without the salt.
Iva says the bread is a healthy and popular Hopi dish and can be enjoyed plain, dipped, or savored with any meal.
And here we have the picky bread.
Our last international stop takes us to the far reaches of Germany. But we only had to travel an hour south of Tucson to find this unique flavor.
Okay, we have Debreciner, sauerkraut, potato salad, and roulade mit Semmelknödel and Rotkraut.
Annette Ingalls owns the Charro Cafe, one of a handful of German restaurants in Sierra Vista, serving up some of the finest cuisine to a surprisingly large German population.
I heard there's about 2,000 Germans here in this area, so it's definitely demand for German food. The best is when you see them swimming on top, that means they're done.
With many of her recipes calling for red cabbage and beef, staples of the German tradition, Annette says meals here will be tasty and satisfying.
I call it simple. It's hearty, it fills you up, the whole atmosphere, how we eat it in Germany with lots of company, and you have the good beer and the wine. The Germans are usually the most critical people we have here. But this is okay, everybody loves their mom's cooking. But majority of the people, I would say, they like it a lot. They say, okay, this is authentic.
Annette spent years cooking other styles of food, but embraced her German roots in 2009 when she took over the Charro Cafe.
My friends started saying, do you even know how to cook German still? I think you grow up and it's in you. You like to cook, and I mean, that's my passion. I like what I'm doing.
Including introducing her delectable legacy to distant travelers and newcomers.
Brings us a lot of customers from all over Arizona. They call from Flagstaff and say, okay, we're coming in summer and we're ready and we want to try. All right, okay, this is your finished plate. This is beef rouladen with Semmelknödel and red cabbage. Guten Appetit.
Thanks so much for joining us as we've traveled all over the state to find some exquisite international cuisine. Just proof that you don't need a passport to get a lesson in exotic food. All you have to do is get off the beaten path and hit one of our own Arizona highways. I'm Robin Sewell, and we'll see you on the next Arizona Highways.